It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Terrapins will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Cornhuskers offense will take the field first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? You've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So Maryland's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's
turning it on. Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
He's loose. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. On target. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's back. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. They're going to go right back to him on first down. There he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Nebraska. And once he found open space, the
different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. And the Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Finds the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Did a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on second down. And they can't make the connection. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. He'll do it himself. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Power football with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. It'll be a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Jocelyn. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Bringing the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Terrapins lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the timing just a hair off. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Handoff to the single running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. That's caught. It's French. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the left. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Looking for space. It's French. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Back to pass. It's Cooper. Gets it to him on the screen. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. He'll return it. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. Quick strike complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the change. He's got him. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Back to pass. Caught. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires.
So after that incompletion, fourth down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense. And this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
They'll try the run. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass, it's Cooper. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Breaks into the open. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pressure coming. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's into the open down the middle. The 30. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Terrapins. The defense putting points on the board.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, David, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that. Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. He now has 110 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. And the Huskers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Nice move to keep running. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run the draw. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Cooper. Finds his tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. It's complete on the right side. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The Cornhuskers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husker!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 10 over Purdue. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to go up top. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. He's got great speed. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The receiver on the jet sweep. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Back to throw, it's Cooper. The screen, he's got wheels. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Looking for the end zone.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And it slips just inside that right upright. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Right on the money. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Terrapins just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Gets it to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires a throw, and now it's picked off. Bringing it back. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Dropping back, it's Cooper. Fires to the wideout. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Nebraska. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. It's complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking to fire. Trying to beat the D deep. Pulls it in on the right. It's a seam wide open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Maryland!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Cooper. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab behind the line. It's French. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He fires one deep over the middle. Snacks it up at 30, still running. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got it in the middle, it's Fuller.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Huskers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Touchdown, Huskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And the Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's got the tight end. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on 1st down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts. Small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
We're just about ready to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, but who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll leave it with him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. The Cornhuskers can really attack on this second and short. Direct snap. Creates a little space. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give to the tailback. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He'll try to pop the draw. Nice move to keep running. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Back to throw, it's Cooper. Unleashes one deep. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man on the right. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. And the Terrapins will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Gets it out fast. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll test the right side. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Well, jet sweep pass. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Motion from the back. To the air. It's Cooper. Gets it out quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Now the pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Good right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the field.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Hauls it in, looking for space. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run down in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Huskers line up to punt it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Here comes the heat. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
After that last completion, it's second down. Back to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Finds us back in the middle. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Terrapins have their offense in high gear. Wants to keep it in the air. Quickly complete. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
He's brought down at the 36-yard line. Second down.
The give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. And the Terrapins are facing third and inches. Surging forward on the sneak. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Working that left side now. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. BYU is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Ty Detmer, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kansas State.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going.
We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Cornhuskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Right back to the well. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback may change this route. Creates a little room. Inside the 35. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Takes a handoff. It's John. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Wants to throw. It's Cooper. Fires to the big fella. What a cut. Now he's loose. Touchdown, Husker. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tight end now in motion. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Terrapins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They pick up that first down easily. You wonder sometimes if you're 2-down territory there and you take a shot on 3rd and run it on 4th, but they opt to just move the chains here.
Man, I laugh now watching quarterback sneaks. It looks a lot less fun than back in my day when I played, because not only are you getting hit from the front now if you're a quarterback, but you've got your own guys running into your back now as well. We see these push plays more and more often today in college football. No fun.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Terrapins want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He makes a catch. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Wants to throw again. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Maryland.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Oh, he's got some space. is off to the races, and they finally get him down at the 5-yard line.
And you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, and somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The Huskers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Firing to the right, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half, as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half, and it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense, because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Got his man quickly. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He's got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks, because he got nothing after the catch. To the air on 1st down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll run play action. Under fire. He'll pull it down.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on third down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.